What up, you guys? I'm going to talk about why I left Etsy. So if you have an Etsy shop or are planning on launching an Etsy shop, I think the information that you find here might actually help you out with some stuff. So welcome back to For Publication. On this channel, I talk about zines and DIY publishing. Why I left Etsy was because I make things that are strange, weird, and really on the fringe of things. And so from the beginning of my experience on Etsy, I continuously were getting emails from Etsy. People were making complaints on the products that I was making, and it became very cumbersome and it became very problematic for me. I didn't feel like I could just flow and vibe and do what I was doing. And that's one of the problems you're going to have with Etsy, that it's a seller's platform. It's a large platform that not necessarily a website. I don't ever recommend that you as an individual business or small business or creative entrepreneur have Etsy as your primary website. You have to have your own, because Etsy is owned by a separate group and they're going to do whatever works for their sellers platform and their main demographic, which, if you weren't aware, their main demographic is women, age about 20 to 40. And one of the main things that Etsy sells is like wedding materials, like, table decorations, things like that for weddings. So it kind of tells you who is on the platform. So someone like me that has, well, let me show you the items that were flagged. Well, first and foremost, it was the zine that I had called Jesus the Asshole. The second item that I got flagged for a lot was my Keep It Simple, Fuck Trump Stupid t-shirt. The third item that I got flagged a lot for was the Kill Your Local Piece of Shit Rapist. And the last item that I continued to get flagged for was This Button Won't Kill a Fascist, But I Will. Now, the Jesus the Asshole and the Trump t-shirt, it made sense why I kept getting flagged. Like, now in retrospect, I understand, because the way I tagged it, and this goes into SEOs and stuff like that, was I put a conversation about Jesus Christ. So I think that people that are into Jesus were looking for, more Jesus stuff, and then they came upon my zine that said Jesus the Asshole. And obviously just the name of it tuned them out, and then they flagged it, right, without even reading it. I always tell the story of, I had one guy that was outraged, but he bought it because I guess he was gonna make a video rant rave about this garbage ass guy making the zine called Jesus the Asshole, and he ended up liking it because it was a genuine, honest conversation from me in relations to this idea of Jesus Christ, and the guy liked it. You know what I mean? And it goes to that point of, just because of the name, it didn't necessarily warrant being flagged. It wasn't hate speech. I wasn't trying to bully anybody or anything like that. But the name in and of itself basically just opened me up to be flagged. And then the Trump shirt, I had labeled it Kiss Trump t-shirt, which was for Keep It Simple Stupid and then Trump t-shirt. And so I think a lot of pro-Trump folks were like, looking for more fucking Trump merchandise. And then they happened upon my t-shirt and obviously were like, fucking flag, flag, flag. And then the Kill Your Local Piece of Shit Rapist and This Button Won't Kill a Fascist, But I Will. Obviously, they imply killing somebody, murder and shit like that. That's why I left Etsy. I felt that there was a censorship. There's so much things that I saw on Etsy that I found to be misogynistic, homophobic, and things like that. And then the minute I make, buttons that kind of attack patriarchy, that, attack concepts of fascism and right-wing ideology, these people are much more outspoken than I think most of us are, because most of us just want to live and we're just fucking vibing, and we're not really out to harass or hinder someone's own life pursuits. And so for me, it really felt like Etsy was catering to a demographic that was really trash and garbage. So that's why I left Etsy. But the honest truth is that Etsy is a large seller's platform, and you can find individual customers, people that will be interested in your zines, buttons, and stickers. I myself had quite a bit of sales on Etsy and have been pondering returning to Etsy, and that's why I was making this video, because I kind of reflected on, like, why did I leave Etsy to begin with, and this was it. And the truth is that like those problems still exist. Like I just saw this video, and show the homegirl some love if you can. But let me roll this clip for you guys real quick.
So I got an email from Etsy saying that they were pulling one of my stickers because they didn't want to have stickers that incited violence. But they basically pulled my sticker. The title of this sticker is Abortion Spray. And it says, "Babby, be gone."
And it makes sense because like I was going back to that point of, they said one of the major things they sell is like, you know, brides accessories as well as wedding accessories. And so then, you know, it might be that there's a lot of pro-lifers that are on Etsy. And so then something like, you know, Baby Be Gone doesn't have a place in Etsy, right? And they get pushed out. But what I'm coming to reflect on and understand is that Etsy will be good for what it's good for. I got to keep my big cartel shop, and that's going to be my home beacon, is always going to be my big cartel shop. And so that's what I'm always going to promote. But I do think that I might want to cast a wider net into the Etsy verse again, and just see, you know, if I can't find a few like-minded individuals that want to peep out my zines, just on the fact that people probably go to Etsy and shop for zines, whereas my big cartel shop, people go there to buy my zines. So in short, I will be returning and putting up some zines on Etsy. I definitely feel like I should have always just maintained it. Like, what do I care if people are continuously flagging it and complaining and emailing Etsy and saying, hey man, this guy, you guys got to get rid of him. Like, I shouldn't care. Like, it doesn't take me long, or it's not hard for me to post things on Etsy. And if they want to complain and cry about it and take time and energy out of their life to complain about my art, well, then I have to assume that my art got an emotional response, and that's a good thing. But yeah, man, I just wanted to share that information. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Lates.